Welcome to Around Town, featuring what's happening here in the greater Concord area. I'm your host, Dick Patton. It's a pleasure to welcome you back as we now say goodbye to October and all the fun that they had with Halloween, and now we say hello to November, and 'tis the season, and thank goodness the elections will be over with and gone. And now we can say officially, 'tis the season to be jolly as we get ready for the holiday season. And one of our big events here in the greater Concord area is the annual Festival of Trees that is sponsored by the Bektash Temple, the Shriners, over on Pembroke Road here in the Concord Heights. And with me once again to come back and visit us and talk about it is Ted Dooley. And Ted, you have been with us now for what, 17 years, 16 years?
This will be our 16th year. Yep.
16th year.
Yeah.
Wow. Don't seem possible, does it?
I think you've been helping us for 13 or 14 out of the 16.
Well, I've enjoyed having it. I've been over
that.
there, enjoyed visiting it. It still amazes me when I walk in there. I mean, I've had people ask, what is it? I said, well, you need to go over there and see for yourself, because when you walk in that door, you're going to be shocked at all the trees, artificial trees, small and big, really big maybe, that are all decorated and trimmed to a different theme. And I said, that's just part of it, because you've got snack bar, you've got crafts over there, and Santa Claus is visiting around, so it's quite a setup in there.
A large room with the silent auction items, and it's quite an event. In 15 years of watching this, every year I'm amazed at how many themes and ideas that people can come up with to decorate a Christmas tree. It's mind-boggling. There's 125 trees approximately every year, and every year the show is totally different.
Is this now your major fundraiser or no?
Yes, it is.
It is.
Prior to that, bingo was our major, and is still one of our major fundraisers. It's our second largest fundraiser.
Those poor little bingo players. Are you displacing them at all in this next couple of weeks?
We have asked them to move from Thursday to Tuesday night on that one particular week. You know, the bingo players have been awfully good to us for a long, long time, so we don't want to offend them. But it was just almost impossible for us to get set up and open on Saturday.
Yeah.
And people would leave your parade and come over to see it, and we weren't yet set up because we didn't have the time.
Of course.
Well, now we'll have the time to be fully set up. So this year, for the first year, we'll be opening at 10 a.m. on Saturday the 19th, and hopefully that's going to help us out a great deal. Be a lot more convenient for the people.
Oh yeah, because they'll
go to the parade
and right over to your place.
We're only a couple of blocks away, and they come in and see the festival.
Now you start the 19th and it ends what, a week? Later,
19th to the following Sunday, which I believe is the 27th, and I brought my cheat sheet so I don't mess that up. Yes, the 27th.
Yeah.
At 4 p.m. on the 27th, we shut down, and that's when we raffle off all the trees.
Wow. Huh. I know, it just, again, it amazes me how people think up the ideas for this.
We've had upside down trees.
And that I don't understand how they can do that.
Well,
how do they do an upside down tree?
Interesting story with that. My wife built an upside down tree one year, and as she was setting it up, a friend of mine was setting up a tree next to her, and I walked by. He took me aside. He says, "I think this lady needs some help." I said, "What do you mean?" He's got that damn tree trying to put it together upside down. You know, I don't think she's understands what she's doing. And I said, "That's my wife." And he thought I was kidding. I said, "No, that isn't. She's doing it on purpose." We had a good laugh over that, but she did it. How she did it, I don't know.
Do you put the bottom in the stand? How do you?
You know, I don't remember how she suspended that. They actually sell upside down trees.
They do.
They do. You can buy one that's built to be put together upside down. Why? I'll never know. Just to be different, I guess. But
I guess so.
It is. She created this thing herself because to purchase one, I guess, was quite expensive, and she just wouldn't spend the money. So she found a way to do it herself. She has a lot of fun doing this.
Oh, I bet.
She really does.
I bet.
I don't have that patience, but although I usually put in a tree to.
Yeah.
Last year, I put in more of a display than a tree. Last year I bought an outdoor playhouse for children, and I filled it with stuffed animals. I had a great big stuffed Snoopy on the roof, and I called it Animal House Christmas. and I put a little tree outside of it.
Oh, boy, Charlie
The
Brown.
kids went crazy for all those stuff.
Oh, I bet they would, yeah. I bet they would. Yeah, and of course the tree that I always looked at was the one that was decked out in Megabucks tickets, scratch tickets, and
We've actually enhanced that tree this year, and that has been one of our most popular attractions. That's a separate raffle, and it brings in a great deal of money. You've got probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 400 scratch tickets on that tree every year, maybe more. Well, this year we've decided to up the ante. We've got two donors, and I got to read my crib sheet here so I make sure I give them information straight. Stewart Insurance Agency out of Raymond, New Hampshire, and One Main Financial right here in Concord have each put up $1,000. So this tree is going to have an actual cash value of $2,000 plus the 300 or 400 scratch tickets. So you know if you win the tree, you're going to win a minimum of $2,000. And surely out of 400 scratch tickets, you're going to win something else.
well, I would hope they would anyway.
Yeah. So that's been a big draw. People really like that. And of course we have a 50-50 raffle. That's very popular as well.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's good. And then of course you got, well, I saw a tree there. Of course, you've got white ones, green ones,
Yeah.
blue ones. You even had a red one over there, and that was geared toward the, oh dear. It had all the hot sauces there, like salsa and Mexican or whatever it was there.
Well,
but remember that?
that's one of the ideas of the event is that these companies who decorate and donate the trees hopefully can decorate the tree with some of the things that they sell so that they get some advertising benefit.
Yeah.
The benefit to us, obviously, is we charge admission to get in and we raffle off the trees. But it's nice that the people who are donating these trees get some advertising benefit. We're presently getting 12 to 15,000 people through here that week.
Wow.
That's a pretty good,
it is.
if you donated a tree, your sign is in front of that tree for that entire week. So that's some pretty good exposure, advertising-wise, for the businesses.
Yeah.
And the businesses have fun doing it, and it's gotten now that they kind of compete with one another, so you can get a bigger, better, more popular tree. And it's a lot of fun. Everybody enjoys it.
Well, and then you had the ladies who like to bake and cook. I saw a tree there one time with cake mixes and breads and all that, cookies and all that on there. It was on the branches.
Yeah, we've had them with children's games, company that sells children's games. And of course we have a Candy Cane Cafe there. If you just want to stop in for lunch, it's a great spot to have a good lunch. We've got a lot of local restaurants helping us out with that.
Really? That's good.
The Common Man has helped us out. I shouldn't have started naming them because I'm going to forget somebody. What's the one on Main Street?
Barley House?
Barley House, Common Man, Allen's Restaurant, Cartagiani's Catering, Vino's. We think this year the 99 is going to help us out a little bit. So we're getting tremendous support from the community.
That's good.
After all these years.
Yeah.
It's great.
Now you also have a certain section over there, remember, of the small trees, like the tabletops.
Mini trees, yeah.
Yeah.
Maximum height of 30 inches. And it's amazing how women can decorate a tree that small. It makes them beautiful, beautiful trees. And those are sold on a silent auction basis. And they're very popular. I think a lot of older people might be in a small apartment or something, and they don't want the hassle of putting up a 7-foot tall tree and
put a
decorating.
tabletop one,
You can put a bag over this thing, put it in the closet, bring it out at the holiday, and you got a nice little Christmas tree.
Yeah.
So they're very popular.
Yeah, I saw that.
And now we have decorated wreaths.
Really?
Again, a lot of people don't have the time or the energy to decorate a tree. They make some beautifully decorated wreaths. We've put up a whole bunch of doors, 6-panel doors, painted them up nice, and hang the wreaths on them. And those are also sold off on a silent auction basis, and they're very, very popular. Cobblestone Design has made, I think, the last 4 years one of the most beautiful wreaths I've ever seen.
Yeah. Well, that's
Very
good.
creative people down there. They do a magnificent job.
Yeah. Well, you've done well with it. That's good. And of course, Santa Claus makes a visit.
Yep, Santa's there pretty much every day we're open. We've got Santa there. It's a nice event for the whole family to go to without a lot of expense, but a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a children's event, and that's what Shriners are all about. We, years ago, had to cancel our circus because it was costing so much upfront money to put it on, and we're getting so little return, the risk was just not worth
Yeah.
the reward, so we
Yeah.
had to shut it down. And we had to find something, again, that was child-friendly to raise money. And so
Yeah.
we copied this idea from the city of Methuen in Massachusetts, and they still run a big one down there. And I think they've been doing this for 20 years,
Wow.
and this will be our 16th year.
Hmm.
So
Well, it seems like there was somebody else in New Hampshire that's picked this up, too.
there's quite a few of them around now.
I've been
Pelham,
seeing
New Hampshire does one. I think they do one up in Wolfboro. Each one does it a little differently. You know, some are bigger than others. We're actually a little bit of a victim of our own success. I think we've pretty much got a limit of 125 trees. We just can't fit any more trees in the building. I think we could get more donated, but you have to have a cutoff point somewhere.
Well, yeah, I don't blame you. And it's like with the parade, same thing. We've gotten so many participants now. We're wondering, should we cut back on a few of them or something? But
Yeah.
then you have maybe a down year where you don't have as many, and you wish you'd had them there. So,
Yeah, that's always a touchy decision to make, but
it doesn't seem possible that, in a way, that the holidays have started coming around. I mean, gosh, some of the stores started decorating back in September.
well, it's been so warm too. It's hard to get into the spirit, I guess.
And I laugh on TV. Hallmark, of course, has their 10 days of non-stop Christmas programming in July when they introduce their Hallmark ornaments.
Oh yeah.
Now they're advertising on October 29th. They start in with their 2 months of non-stop Christmas programming. So you won't see Lucy and the Golden Girls or Murder, She Wrote and all that on those channels for 2 months because they're going to be busy. But you have all that, and it's like, gosh, I mean, I can't imagine people who work in that stuff every day. That they must be so tired of it. You know, but if it does the sales, then that's good then. But now how much is it now, Ted, for you to get who come in?
We charge $5 for adults,
Yep,
$4 for seniors. Children under 12 are free.
yep,
And you buy 25 raffle tickets, I believe, for $5. And each tree has a post in front of it, a little stand, a PVC pipe, really.
yep.
And if you see a tree you want to win, you put your raffle tickets in that post. And at the end of the event on that Sunday, we dump those posts into a great big bin and pull out a winner. So every tree is raffled off that Sunday on the 27th,
Wow.
starting at 4 o'clock. And then the people who win the trees are called, and they pretty much have to get the tree out of the hall that Sunday, because we have functions going on Monday. That's one of the difficult things. It's good that the hall is rented so much, but by the same token, it makes it a little difficult to get things set up and torn down in
Yeah.
time for the next event to happen.
Sure.
We're just trying to schedule getting the carpet cleaned, and had a problem doing it because I couldn't find an opening
Yeah.
to get it done in between events. But it's actually going to happen in advance of the festival, thank goodness.
Sure. Now how many members does the Bektash Temple have?
Oh, that's an embarrassing question that I don't have the answer to.
I mean, you must have over what, 500 members?
I think it's in that vicinity,
Yeah.
which is kind of sad because that's way below where we have been in the past. And it's just harder and harder to get young people to join
Yeah,
any
it is.
organization anymore. I'm a member of Lions Club. We have the same problem. Our Masonic Lodge has the same problem. I talked to fellows in the Knights of Columbus. They're having the same problems. No matter what organization you're involved with, they all seem to have
Oh,
membership
yeah.
problems.
Yeah, they are. And the young people, for the most part, are so tied up with school activities, be it sports or drama or just their studies alone.
Yeah.
You know, and then of course it comes down to no transportation or something, or the mother or father is constantly running from here, there, and everywhere else, and so they don't have time.
In the old days, when a lot of these organizations started, people lived and worked in the community, and so
Yeah.
therefore it was conducive to have community activities within the
Sure.
community.
Sure.
But now, you know, a person may live in Concord and work half his work day in Chicago or Boston or New York or whatever. I mean, they just
Mm.
it's just a whole different world.
Yeah, and it's just, I don't know, it just, to think all I had did when I was a teenager in the Grange, and now you look at it and there's hardly any kids there because it just isn't time.
Yep.
The schoolwork or sports, band, whatever, they don't have time for anything else.
Yep.
And even the scouts, you notice in the scouts, especially in the parades, very rarely do you see the scouts march now like they used to.
And they don't have the numbers of people anymore.
No, and it's hard to get leaders. I think a lot of people are scared now because that they have mentioned that, you know, some of the prerequisites, they can't have people doing this or that. But yet the scouts have taken off the restrictions about, you know, is it having kids who are gay in there or something? It was something like that. They can now let them in to be scouts,
Members, yeah.
but they cannot be it as adults. They can't. I don't think they can be that way in adults. I don't know how it goes there, but I don't know. It's just the whole thing is really different from what it was when
Yep.
we were kids and stuff.
Rapidly changing world.
It is. It really is. And now, do you have, back to your event there on the 19th? Now, I know you go through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but Thanksgiving Day, I think
Yeah,
you
we're
close
closed on
early,
Thanksgiving.
don't you? You are closed.
The first few years we ran this, we were open on Thanksgiving Day.
That's what I
And
thought.
all the people who worked on the event were in the back room trying to have Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh, dear.
We had very little attendance. People just didn't want to be out there on Thanksgiving Day, so we finally decided to give that up. That just wasn't working.
No.
Uh,
They'll be over. They won't be over there with you, but they'll be over to some store, staying in line for 5 hours to get those sales.
Get a
Thanksgiving
special
night.
deal on a flat screen TV.
I know it. It's sad, but no. But then, of course, it picked up on Friday for you, and Saturday, and Sunday's
Yeah.
closing day. But I don't know. You know, I think it's a great project. I mean, I was somewhere this year, this fall. In fact, I think it was, and someone had a tree that was decorated, like you mentioned, with something all through it. And I said to them, I said, gee, I said, did you get that idea from the Bektash Temple Festival of Trees? And they said they never heard of it. And I said, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They have a big one every year. I said, around Thanksgiving Day. But they hadn't heard of it.
Oh.
But I'm trying to think, where the heck did I see that tree? And it was at some event that I
We'll
was
have to
at.
chase them down and get them involved.
Yeah, because it was right here. I don't know if it was in the Concord area or if it was down in wherever we've gone, but it would be either down in Manchester or down there, because we haven't been many places.
Well, this year, for
fall.
the first time, we're finally doing some upfront advertising, something we've never done before. We have 4 major retailers have agreed to put in major trees with displays of merchandise. We've got Sam's Club, we've got BJ's Wholesale Club, we've got Tractor Supply, and a contractor called the Handy People. And the fellow from the Handy People has put in a tool tree every year for the past 5 or 6 years. He makes an entire tree out of tools. And obviously the guys love that, and thankfully their wives buy a lot of tickets on that tree so they can hopefully win it for their husband. But we've never done upfront advertising before, so again, we've got these 4 companies agreed to put in major displays, and we're going to run some color ads in the local newspapers, and hopefully that'll make people aware of the event. In the past, we've put signs out all over town, and they work wonderful, but we haven't done any print advertising, and we did a little radio advertising, but I think this will give us a good jump start to get. Need to let people know, for one thing, that first Saturday we're open at 10 a.m. I think that's going to be a big boost for us.
So the rest of it will be at 9 a.m. maybe on Monday through.
No, 10 a.m. 10 to 7 is the normal On Monday, we close at 4 because that's our appreciation night. Later in the evening, we invite all the people who donated to us in for a special opening, and we serve some hors d'oeuvres to those folks,
Sure.
just as a thank you for their participation. And of course, with closed Thanksgiving.
Then Friday, Saturday, you're
Yeah.
open.
On Saturday, the silent auction closes at 4, and on Sunday, the tree raffle occurs at 4 o'clock. So
Oh, that's good though. Well, you've done something right for 16 years. If it's in the 16th year, you've done something right there.
it's been growing every year, and that's a beautiful thing. I think we actually might have had one year that it was either stagnant or had a slight setback. I think we had a snowstorm that shut us down for a day, and that's the only year that we haven't had fairly substantial growth. So it is getting more and more popular every year.
Well, remember it was what, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, we had that big storm before Thanksgiving and we lost power everywhere.
That was the year that I think I'm not sure we
Oh.
went backwards, but we certainly didn't gain anything. We lost an entire day that we just shut down. The power was off. Couldn't do anything about that.
I mean, we're lucky we got through with the tree lighting on the day after Thanksgiving, but oh, brother, I did
Yeah.
some thinking, boy. Gee, it's like, why does Mother Nature do this stuff?
Yeah.
You know? But the Maple Sugar Bowl, the Shriners are still involved with that.
Yes. Yeah.
That seems to be still pretty popular.
Yeah.
Now, where do the funds go for that game? To the
That goes to the hospitals.
Shriner
yeah.
Hospitals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. No, but it seems to be a good. That seems to be a good project that's still going on. And is there anything else that the Concord group does over here that you're aware of? Or the,
Well, of course, our bingo every Thursday night is still a big event for us, and we like to keep that going.
Hmm.
And we had great support from those bingo people for many, many years.
Oh, I bet.
And I don't know, it's superstition or what, but they didn't like to change their night from Thursday to Tuesday. But thankfully, they agreed this year, and that's going to be a big help to us.
Well, you figure on time. Back when I was calling games, it was like Tuesday was Hopkinton or Kentucky out there. Wednesday was the Elks on Airport Road. Thursday you had. Friday was the Moose or Allenstown, I think. They two of them. Saturday night was Bishop Brady.
Yeah.
When they were doing it. Oh my gosh, are they packing up there?
Well, there are fewer bingo games going on today, I guess.
Yeah.
There aren't as many as there used to be.
No. I don't know what happened.
Fortunately, we've survived.
Of course, it is a big undertaking. I mean, you've got to be there basically at 2:30, 2 o'clock, and get set up. And people, if you're going to serve like a supper entrees or something, you've got that ready to go. And then usually 7 o'clock or 6:30, they'll start with the games. Used to be you'd have those like play-in games there. They're in those sort of pre-games they had there. I don't remember what they were called. And then from there you went right into the big stuff. But,
Yeah.
but oh, you're right. People they want their same seats,
Yeah.
same table. You know, I used to laugh when I was calling down the Elks Club because they would, if somebody was sitting in their seat, oh boy, they would be.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
They'd be a little upset with that one.
Yeah.
And, you know, but hey, you know, somebody comes in and sits down, then, you know, what are you going to do? But you've always done very well, though. Over in back of you, though, is that all your land over there, though? Are they building apartment houses or something?
It looks like there's an apartment complex going up back there. I think we have about 3 or 4 acres behind us that we really should try to do something with. I tried to get a permit from the city to do a flea market back there on weekends,
Really?
but I had a horrific time with the city of Concord. Unfortunately, every single time we went to them for a permit, they changed the rules, and we were paying an engineer to keep changing the design to their specifications, and each time we went back and met their requirements, they changed the requirements. So finally, I had to give it up.
Well, that's too bad, because Ian over there, he does a flea market every week over in Davisville on Sunday, but
Yeah.
that's too bad. I mean,
Well-
it's like with the parade, they make it so tough to do these things because, you know, we don't have many events anymore in Concord like we used to have.
Yeah.
You know, and it's sad to lose the ones who've been in for so many years, but that's the way it's gotten. It's the way it's gotten. I don't know. I mean, holiday time in Concord used to be so beautiful, so gallant and stuff, and then all of a sudden, everything's disappearing.
Well, again, that's what I think is so nice about the festival. It's the whole family can enjoy it at a reasonable cost. Many, many people come through there and say they come with the family every year, and it's become a holiday tradition to start off the holiday season for them. And it's a lot of fun to do. It really is. A lot of work, but we have fun doing it as well.
Well, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
You know, because if you don't have the workers, and everything falls on you and stuff, and you get tired. You
Yeah,
get
well-
burned out very easy, Ted.
Well, we've been doing this. This will be our 16th year, and have been trying to get somebody to kind of take over, and haven't yet had any luck doing that. So,
Yeah.
but at some point, we're just going to run out of steam.
Well, you know, it's hard to say. You know, you keep a good man down. It's hard to keep a good man. You know, all lose you.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't know. It's a thankless job. You get very few compliments about it. You may get a few, but you get a few. I know you don't get any. And then, of course, you know, then you get done that one, and then before you know it, it's time to start reevaluating everything and start planning for the next one.
We actually have meetings pretty much monthly, year round.
Really?
We'll have a serious wrap-up meeting after the event, while everything's fresh in your mind, trying to think of things that you did right, things that you
Yes.
did wrong, and
Yeah.
you know, try to correct them the following year if you can come up with a better mousetrap, you know, that sort of thing. But
Sure.
it's worked well for 15 years. There are very, very few glitches or problems. Or I think once we had somebody walk out of the hall with the wrong tree. They want a tree, but they took the wrong one out of the hall.
Oh dear.
And you try hard to control that, but when you've got 125 fully decorated trees going out the door within a 3-hour span, it's mayhem. And trying to
Yeah,
control it
I'd
is
say so a little
quite a
bit.
challenge.
Yeah.
I think we have a pretty good system. In view of the fact that we've only had that one incident, I'd say we're doing quite well
Sure.
under the circumstances.
Sure.
And we're an all-volunteer army, so it's hard to fire anybody.
You got that right. Well, we're coming to a close around town, and it's been a pleasure talking with Ted Dooley as we get ready for the annual Festival of Trees sponsored by the Bekdash Temple, and this is what you said, the 16th annual.
This will be the 16th, yep.
So you get to see him down over there on Pembroke Road, and you're going to have varied times all week long, from starting on Saturday, November the 19th, right after the Christmas parade, and then it goes right through Thursday the 19th, Sunday the
Sunday the 27th.
27th.
Yeah.
And again, most of the times at 10 to
Most days it's 10 to 7.
10 to
Monday
7.
we close at 4 because of the special event in the evening.
Sure.
And the silent auction closes at 4 on Saturday. And then the tree raffle on Sunday starts at 4.
Oh, that's good then.
And we'll close Thanksgiving Day.
Well, you should enjoy the time with you folks.
Yeah.
Well, with that in mind, I've been talking with Ted Dooley, and thank you again to my great director there, Ian Marks, and we hope that you'll get a chance to go over to the Bekdash Temple on Pembroke Road here in Concord during the week of Thanksgiving and enjoy all the artificial trees with a big or small Santa Claus, and there's my buzzer. So with that in mind, have a great holiday season there, Ted, and we'll look forward to seeing you soon next year.
Very good.
And I'm Dick Patton on Around Town.